Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making my very first video, so please like, share and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Today's video is going to be me reacting to K-pop opinions from Reddit. The first opinion here is some people are haters disguised as K-pop stans. I agree with this because there are some things that idols do that they don't deserve hate for, but then they do get hate for it. So it's like, and this some of these people try to say, oh, it's constructive criticism, but what are they getting constructive criticism for if they never did anything wrong to begin with? So I do agree with this. The second opinion I have here is idols have better visuals when they get older. This is kind of tricky because K-pop fans tend to prefer their idols when they're in their youth. But I do believe that just because an idol got older doesn't make them any less visually pleasing or talented. Besides, I feel like we should stand people based on their talent and not their visuals. So I do agree with this Redditor. The third opinion I have here is Zoo is one of the worst K-pop songs I have ever heard. Okay, I don't know why this person hates Zoo, but Zoo is really good and I fell in love with that song like instantly when I listened to it. At first I just heard a little clip of it and I was like, what is this song? And I just looked it up and I was mesmerized. Like all their songs, like all the lyrics, their dance, the choreography, everything was on point. So I totally disagree with this Redditor. The fifth opinion I have here is all idols looks best with their natural black hair. I do agree with this Redditor because most idols that dye their hair a different color usually look better when they dye it back to black. An example of this is Young from ITZY. Don't get me wrong, she looks gorgeous no matter what, but when she changed her hair back to black during the Sneakers comeback, we could all tell how much her visuals popped. Another example of this is Jennie from Blackpink. She also looks gorgeous no matter what hair color she has, but we all know that she actually slays better with black hair. So I totally agree with this Redditor. The sixth opinion I have here is aespa's Black Mamba was one of the fourth gen's best debut songs. I agree with this because aespa has broken numerous records since their debut, and one of the songs that helped them do that is their debut song Black Mamba. So yes, aespa's Black Mamba is one of the fourth gen's best debut songs. The seventh opinion here is very controversial, but this says from a business standpoint, it makes sense to put out the member who had a big scandal. I agree with this because when doing business, emotions should not be considered because you need to make the best decision for your business, no matter what. So I do agree with this Redditor. Blackpink isn't lazy and their release schedule is the healthiest in the industry. First of all, yeah, of course Blackpink isn't lazy. They work so hard every single day. So they're not lazy. I totally agree with that part. But their release schedule is the healthiest in the industry. I'm not really sure where I stand on this because yes, it's true they don't release a lot of music, but they do a lot of other activities outside of the music industry. So I don't believe that their schedule is as healthy as this person is saying it is, but I do believe their schedule in the music industry is definitely healthier than other groups out there. So I'm not really sure where I stand on this, but it's 50-50 for me. The next opinion we have here is K-pop idols are becoming younger because they're talented enough to debut. I know that this is pretty controversial and sensitive because netizens are in the current discussion on how companies need to stop debuting minors because of how dangerous and toxic the industry is. But I do feel like this is somewhat true because as we can tell, the recent groups that debuted are really talented and have been breaking records non-stop, like New Jeans winning Best New Artist and Lisa Seraphim album breaking records non-stop with their music. I do feel like debuting minors is okay as long as their companies take high measures to protect them. The next opinion I have here is I don't like people who bias someone just for their looks. Okay, so I thought that you might need a little more context on this, so I'm reading the whole thing. I feel like so many people bias someone just because they're attractive. I get that we get our attention caught by a member of a group because they're attractive, but that leads us to want to know more about them and figure out if that person is the person we want to bias. And of course, there's nothing wrong with biasing someone off of their looks, but I have a feeling that you don't really care about the idol's personality or talent, because idols like TZU from Twice and Jisoo from Blackpink are seen as just visuals, not only by people outside of the fandom, but in the fandom too, and sometimes solo fans. Jisoo and TZU are amazing idols. They're both really funny, they both have amazing vocals, and they're both good dancers. But people only see them for looks and it makes me uncomfortable. It's true that these idols work so hard to be seen as something more than just a pretty face. So I do get that it's not fair to them that people just say, oh, you're just a visual, you have no talent and stuff. But then again, these companies are doing this on purpose, marketing them to us as pretty faces. So some of these fans are falling for this. So I feel like you can't really blame the fans for this situation, but the company for marketing these idols as pretty faces. Like, imagine for Jisoo as an example, we do see that she's always getting less lines every single time. So these companies are doing it on purpose and just making them seem, oh, just a visual. So it's like it's more of the company's fault than the fans' fault. But I do get that it's unfair to the idols because they're seen as just pretty faces and no one cares about them. Next opinion I have here is Stray Kids are not self-made. I also did think you would need a little more context on this, so I'm reading everything. It says, Stray Kids are self-produced, not self-made. Maybe they were mistreated during debut, but that does not erase their big three privilege. They debuted under a company who had extremely popular groups debut previously. This would obviously gain SKZ attention when they debut. They were also given a whole survival show too. They're all incredibly talented, and I'm not trying to say that they're undeserving of their fame. I believe this is an unpopular opinion because I see loads of people talking about how Stray Kids are self-made and not many people disagreeing. Okay, for this, I'm not really familiar with this Stray Kids are self-made or not self-made, but I do believe, it is true Stray Kids as the big three privilege. You don't expect them to be part of the big three without having the big three privilege. But it still doesn't erase the fact on how talented these boys are and just how great they are in their music. Yes, the big three helps them, but we shouldn't ignore the fact that they're really, really good at what they do. I know this person clarified that here, but I'm clarifying it again. So I'm not really sure if I agree with this, but I don't disagree with it either. They do have big three privilege, but that just makes them noticed. It doesn't necessarily give them talent. It just gets them noticed easier, which is a good thing. Okay, guys, so that's the end of my video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate this. Thank you. Bye.